I guess this is technically the second I've ever done on on this one. On YouTube. I've streamed off. I think I've streamed off a phone before for YouTube. Oh yeah, off this phone too. Actually, I tried stream casting Minecraft. I never worked. Yeah, obviously that went well. This one too. Actually, I tried stream casting Minecraft. I never worked. Okay, it's working. The sounds seems to be okay. So, what we're going to be doing today is. Well, actually, we'll do the intro. Alright, guys, welcome back to. Alright, I'll do it again. Sorry. Alright, everyone, welcome back to another video live stream thing. Today, this is going to be my reality shows of 2023 review. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be running through all of the reality shows of 2023 that I watched and did reviews for. Now there are shows that I didn't do reviews of that I'm still gonna include on this list because I want to do reviews of them. And straight up, this is going to be the Amazing Race video for this month. Cause yeah. So, and I'm gonna try and go in chronological order of when they aired. So I'll talk about reality shows that wrapped up this year. I'll also talk about reality shows that that started in 2022 that's ended this year, and I'll also be talking about shows that fully aired this year. Now, I guess now I don't really know what I'm gonna do with the challenge belt for a new championship. I'm looking at my TV and it's like really pixelated, so I'm really sorry, but whatever. Anyways, I'm probably gonna be looking at my computer for a little bit of this, so let's try and find this. So I guess the first show that we're going to talk about is the Challenge Ride or Dies. I mean, yeah, that was a show that came out this year, or finished this year. And to be honest, I liked the Challenge Ride or Dies. Like I really did. I enjoyed Ride or Dies for a good portion of it. Now, some of the episodes were quite boring, especially in the back half of the season. However, there were so many fun people on the season. Not necessarily fun, but real I like people I really like. I really like Olivia and Horacio on the season. I felt so bad for them when they got pulled from the game. It's kind of a really shitty situation for all of them. So everyone involved there. So yeah. All right. But overall, I do like some of the people that were on the season, like Laurel. That was fun. I do like Devin. Like Devin, Jordan. They're really good. Great. I enjoy them. I kind of wish. I know. I'm kind of happy with Tori and Devin winning because there are two new people. There are two people who haven't won before. So, or I was straight up. I was rooting for Olivia and Horacio the entire season, even though I didn't. I knew they weren't going to win. I knew that from the start of the season, but uh, I was really happy for them when they made the final. But overall, the team that I actually wanted to win that wasn't Olivia and Horacio was Bananas and Nani, because I feel like Nani could actually win a final, and at some point, I feel like if this was her shot, this would be it. And I don't necessarily think it was like they were doing really well. Nani and Bananas were doing really well up until the final challenge, and where they really screwed up that puzzle, or really it could have been neck and neck between those two teams. Now I will say I think Olivia and Horacio, if they weren't medevac, if Olivia and Horacio weren't DQ because Olivia's really tragic injury, it's so sad that what happened. I think they make. I think they go farther. I think they could have potentially won. Horacio is absolutely insane in a challenge like what they did for that final bit. It's basically like the one elimination he did, and then they did like there was like a balls in, and I almost said pole wrestle, but balls in, and like we saw that Horacio beat Jordan, so like that was insane. But overall, I really I enjoyed the season. I wouldn't say it's the best season of challenge I've ever watched, but it was a fine season. It was fine. It was good, interesting. Let's go. All right, next up, the next show that I did a review of this year. I'm actually gonna search up my channel here. I kind of want to look at like this because I just want to see the shows I did reviews for this year, or and then I'm not like I would like to say that I'm really prepared for this, but I'm kind of not actually. Season reviews. I think that I have an idea of what the next show I'm talking about is, but season reviews. Hopefully it shows up. I mean, there is a playlist for season reviews. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we got a. All right, the next review, next show that I'm going to be talking about here is. Oh, yeah, we had to do one show into there. Okay, whatever. Survivor New Mexico Season 3. It's College Survivor, believe it or not. And I did a review of it because it's the last season of Survivor New Mexico. And straight up, I really, really enjoyed this season. I think it was so much fun. And now I feel like it's clear some of them did not know what the hell Survivor was. Especially like the first Cooper, like he had no idea what that was, right? Like at all. He had like I enjoyed this season. I predicted the winner. My winner pick with Daniel. I got it. Yay. Um Luke's such a fun character. I really like the final three is the final three I wanted throughout the entire season. And everyone else I was like fine with going at any point. We got the first successful idol play in Survivor New Mexico. Which was insane. We had some pretty interesting idol plays, some pretty interesting gameplay going on. The whole move against Jonathan. Okay, let's talk about Jonathan though. He was terrible. I mean, like, come on. If we're actually looking at a season of Survivor, or like, we'll talk about Bruce later. But like, this is actually dumb. I don't know why he did not play the idol when he clearly was on the chopping block. It was quite clear that he was the next target, and he did not play the idol. I don't know why he didn't when he got it. He He's literally the same. It's kind of like a Bruce trajectory. Yeah, and it's kind of funny too because this season, like we had the one twist. You could so there was a twist where someone could can swap two people from one tribe from the tribe. It was shown. Who got it? I think is there a girl named Vanessa? I'm not sure. It could. I don't really know the cast anymore. But whoever got it, like they managed to use it. But in season 45, Brando supposedly got the advantage, and he never. So, they never showed it on the show either. So yeah, but like it looks like there's a lot of this season of Survivor New Mexico. Was kind of reminds me of 45. I would say it's better. Like I enjoyed Survivor or New Mexico better than 44 for sure, and definitely 42. like Survivor New Mexico season 3 is such a fun season for me. I really enjoyed it when like when I watched it. Now, like some episodes were dull, were kind of dull at some points, but other than that, like really, I was so happy with Daniel winning. The fact he was on all 3 seasons, that's kind of ridiculous. Now, like honestly, Survivor New Mexico as a whole, like there are flaws, obviously, like with any college Survivor season. The fact that there's returning players every season 2 and 3 is kind of underwhelming. But overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed season 3 of Survivor New Mexico. It's the last season, so it's kind of sad. But I think it's good to end it on a high note here, or pretty much, right? So I'm happy with where they ended up with that there. Okay. But like overall, it was a good season. Now I am excited. Hopefully, I did see that Los Matatas Studios. They have a trailer coming out for their preview of 2024. They have the final season of Amazing Race. I'm hoping the final season of Amazing Race, Neighborhood Edition, season 8, All Stars. Hopefully, they announce that in the trailer and it's coming out sometime this upcoming year because I want this to be a thing. I want it to be a thing because we have not seen it yet. And like they teased this at the end of Survivor New Mexico. I've been wanting this for a while, so I hope this is a thing that happens. We'll see though. All right, next up we got Survivor UK. No, sorry. I mean there is Survivor UK. I never like I'm not doing a review for that, but I mean the Challenge UK rather, which I think was just really short, and that's like really what it was that really tanks the season. It really does. I mean, if it was like a 24-person cast, extended the episode lengths, or extended it to 10 episodes or something. Now, supposedly, like this could be wrong. This could be wrong, but I remember hearing at the time of filming that supposedly, like a lot of people dropped out because of the Queen's death. That's when they were supposedly filming this season. Now, I hope, like, and now, like, this season does have some high. I like some really interesting players. Remember really love it in AJ. I really like Kaz. Obviously, she's returned twice now as a mercenary in Battle for New Champion, and the other as a world champion, where they spoiler he won. We'll talk about world championship. Then we have Kat or not Kaz. We have Zara, and there's some other people too. Like I really do. Well, I like what we got of the season. I think it's just fine. I wish it was longer. I wish there were more episodes. But yeah, let's just move on. All right, next up, we got. Okay, we got this show here that I guess I gotta talk about this one, and it's. I don't even know why I covered this to begin with, but we got HET All Stars. And I was really, really vocal in my review that I hated my experience with the season. It was so boring. And it makes it so clear to me that a lot of it was probably scripted. Not really scripted, but I feel like a lot of it was rigged. We never know who the bloody super fans are. We've never known that for all the seasons that actually did this thing, like Champions 2, Champions 2019, Champions 2020, Extreme. I think that had a super fan vote, and then All Stars. And like honestly, I don't even know if Fantasy League will have, but we'll see. But I thought like the acts that some of the acts we saw were pretty interesting, and like I felt like a lot of the good acts got really, really screwed over here, and some of these acts that made it to the final is ridiculous on who actually made it. Now, I'm actually happy with the winner and Aiden Bryan. I'm going to actually switch up the AGT All Stars, see what happened here. Or I do want to kind of run through the things here. Now, like, there were some fun moments. Like, like, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I do actually enjoy when judges end up doing buzzers of when they end up buzzing in the middle of an act, like in like All Stars Champions. I do like when they do that. It kind of adds a little drama. Let's just run through some of these acts here. Bellow Sister. I don't know how they advanced to that damn final. I do not know how they made it to the final. Light Balance Kids, absolutely amazing. Yeah. Terry Fader. How did he not go through to the final? He's an amazing. He was so amazing. Okay. Next, we got Detroit Youth Choir. I genuinely think that was a good pick. That was such a. I think Terry gave him the Golden Buzzer the first time. I think he gave him the second time. Such an amazing. Aiden Bryant won the season, obviously. Yeah. Now I do feel I'm gonna be honest here. I don't like the fact that they just solely basically picked from mostly AGT and BGT. Most of the picks on this season were from just AGT and BGT, and then we got less than 10 from other places. We got Canada's Got Talent person. She didn't even do that well. We had the return of Justin's Dojo, which was oh my god, it was literally the weirdest thing ever. I still don't know why Howard gave him the damn Golden Buzzer the first time around. I have no idea. Okay. Dance Time Family. I'm looking at some of the teams. Peter Antonio. There were some really good what are they called? Magic acts. I really remember watching and enjoying some of the magic in the season here. The Sacred Rihanna. I don't know why they don't like the Sacred Rihanna. And okay. Preliminary round 4. Terrible episode. Literally the terrible power duo. Didn't Howie Mandel give them a he didn't like the act. He noticed a mistake, right? I was thinking about Christina Ray. I think she's the one who got the Golden Buzzer from Heidi. I think that's a really good picture. Yeah. Human Fountains. Okay, the Sacred Rihanna. She ended up winning Asia's Got Talent. She was on AGT not long ago, a couple of seasons ago. I don't know why she got the red buzzer. And honestly, it's just sad. And then we got no youth. Okay, we got a lot of choirs. Okay, let's talk about the Golden Buzzer. Heidi's Golden Buzzer. 8 in the can. Okay. I don't know why he got the Golden Buzzer. I really don't. He's a fine magician. He's not good. He's not that great. Okay, Tom Ball. He was actually good. I like Tom Ball. I'm literally running through I'm literally looking at the page here, the spreadsheet here. I'm literally looking at Axel here. Oh, Axel Blake was such a good comedian. I don't know why he didn't go through. Okay, now we got the big. Some of these casting picks are just not. Oh, what's the one? Oh my god. Okay, Cody Lee. He was in the season here. Was in this season. How did he not win? How did Cody Lee not win? I feel like everyone was kind of screwed when Cody Lee. How did he not win? Honestly, I think Cody Lee. This is going to be a really unpopular opinion. I think Cody Lee is the best actor of all time. All time. like that first edition was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Okay. I just remember the one with the watermelons. It was actually insane. Pure insanity of what we got from that. I don't even I don't even think they move forward because they were so good. There weren't like a lot of people like it was like it was a danger act. It was like someone like smashing watermelons on the stage. But yeah, they were good acts, but like a lot of it was really boring, especially with the results. I just never really cared for the season. Um, but I don't know. We'll see. Uh, okay. Next up, let's see. What do we want to talk about next? I guess we'll talk about Australian Survivor. Let's talk about Australian Survivor Heroes vs Villains. Did a review of it, and I think it's the best Australian Survivor season of all time. Straight up, like clearly. I really enjoyed the season. It was so fun watching George dominate the game again, and it's so funny to me that got like this got into the time like episode 7, best episode, one of my favorite Survivor episodes ever. Probably one of my favorite. It might be my favorite actually. It might actually be my favorite here. Okay. Okay. I love this season. So many great characters. Shawnee, she was my winner pick. I didn't think George was winning. Obviously, I knew George was winning. Haley, I really enjoyed. Like the returnees were definitely the stars of the show. I did like Liz. I liked Nina coming back. Um, yeah, a lot of these people I just really enjoyed. I remember waking up every morning watching an episode, either like before school or after school. It was so good. It was so good. I just remember loving the season when I watched it. It was so much fun. Um, but yeah. All right, let's move on. Okay. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, but yeah, it was a good season. I loved this season. Now I don't have high hopes for Titans versus Rebels, but yeah, I like yeah. I do feel bad for Jackie though, getting medevac literally day one. I hope that she comes back for a third time. I think she just got robbed. That was so sad. Okay, next up, let's talk about Survivor Quebec, I guess. Survivor Quebec, everybody. That was a show that happened this year. I I don't like how they did Redemption Island in the back half. It was French. It was a full French reality show. I didn't do a review of it because it is there's 67 episodes. Like honestly, I'm only gonna mention this quickly. Let's just move on. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great season. A lot of people seem to agree. The like Meridian review. I tend to agree with him a lot on some of these things, but yeah. All right, next up, let's move on to Survivor 44, and then we'll get into World Championship. But 44. I liked the season when it was airing. I remember thinking it was the best season of all, or the best New Era season up until that point. And now it's probably on the bottom. There were so many great characters on that season, though. We had Carolyn. We had Jam Jam. Really like Carson. I really like Franny and Matt. I liked Matthew up until he quit the game. Sadly, because of injury. Bruce was there first. Yep. That's the thing. We had Heidi. I'm gonna be honest. I hate Danny. I still do. I do not like Danny at all. Like at all. All right, let's move. Like I do think there was like Jenja winning great into the season. I kind of wish Caroline won though. And I do like some of the idol plays that we got throughout the season too. This is pretty interesting. I don't like some. There's a lot of people I don't really care for. The biggest example is Kane. I know he's Canadian. I know he's from Saskatchewan, and you might think that since I'm from Saskatchewan and he's from Saskatchewan, you would think I would like him. I just thought he was so boring on the season. Like I really did. I like honestly, I think like I really did not like him on the season at all. I hope he never comes back. I don't think he ever will. I don't. I think like production will never think about him ever again. So, yeah. But overall, I liked 44 at the time. I think it's just fallen under for 43. I really like 43 now. I really do. But we'll talk about 45 later as well. Okay, next up, let's talk about the next season challenge World Championship, which overall was just a fine season. And I know I did a YouTube short. That was my review. I remember. Yeah, because I kept forgetting to do it. That sounds about right for me. Yeah, straight up. It was a good season, and I do like that Jordan ended winning. Some people on the season I really like. I really like Theo, Sarah. I didn't really like Danny. This was from town from Survivor 41 and Winners Challenge USA season 1. I never really cared for her or for Danny that much here, but yeah. And then we got. I do like. It did. It did feel like a World of Worlds type season here, and I feel like a lot of people just you. There's an argument that they could have just called this challenge 39, and that would have been like they're like honestly they probably should have honestly, but and there would be no difference. Like honestly at all. Now I do like the return of John A. I do like some of the people they got here. We got Zara, Kaz. I really like Jordan. I'm not the biggest fan of Tori. We'll talk about Tori in a few minutes here. But overall, I don't necessarily like the season. I don't necessarily hate it either. But it was just a fine season. World Championship. So we'll talk about. There's one other challenge season. I mean, I'll definitely end up. Actually, we'll probably talk about World Battle for a New Championship at some point too. But kind of probably closer to the end of the video here, or the live stream. All right, next up, let's talk about the Amazing Race Canada season 9. Yay! Oh my god. I remember at the time, it was a fine season going through it, and then I just realized it's just really, really boring. Like, I'm a Canadian, I think it's probably the worst season of the year. Like, honestly, Mason Race Canada season 9 definitely did not. Yeah, definitely not my favorite season in the world. Probably my least favorite Mason Race Canada season. I just thought it was so boring. I do like the aspect of people in Canada. I did watch a video, I think, from a guy named I Am Beans, who literally said, like, this is the worst Mason Race Canada season of all time. And this is the only season of Mason Race Canada he's ever watched. He literally said he did it like John and like that it's only in Canada. And that's some of the stuff I definitely don't agree with. I really like John as a host. I think he's fun. um, and like amazing, like these people. I do like the team, the winning team. That was my winner pick from the season, so I got that right. That's great. Ty and Cat winning. That was fun. They're now I think the most winningest team, the best winning team in the history of Amazing Race globally. For they have the best average for a winning team. So that's interesting. I do like that. Good for them. And I was cheering for them the entire season. Everyone else, though, like I really never really cared for like Ben and Anwar or whatever the other team in the final. Kayleen, Tyler and Kayleen, never really cared for them. I never really cared for Jermaine and Justin, especially after they basically gave up on that one leg. Like, I mean, they were fine. And then, you know what? I hated Derek and Jasper going into the season, but like they were fine by the time they got booted. And then with Gracie and Lily, I do like them. I really wish they could have gone farther, because I do think they were really fun. I really enjoyed them as a team. So it's kind of sad when they got home. Sheila and Joel, I remember thinking they were going to actually do really well, and they just never did. So, but overall, this season just kind of sucks. I do like the. I don't mind the past, to be honest, but it could have done better. And like some of like the fact that most of the season was just in BC, and my biggest problem with Amazing Race Canada is is kind of the route and sponsorship tasks. There was literally one leg where they had most of it was sponsored, and like I don't like that at all. Can we just not? And then like the penultimate episode was literally them running around a market for an hour for like a full episode. That was boring. Like honestly, like it was just so bad in my opinion. I just never really enjoyed this a lot of some of this season. Now there were some good tests here and there. I remember when Devin and Amanda supposedly they put down Jordan and Tori for the one game show task in wherever it was. I think it was like two, but um they put down Jordan and Tori for like celebrity couple like yeah dating celebrity court. Well, they put down Tori and Jordan. That is so funny. Like, I don't know why they put that Tori and Jordan from a challenge, because that's the only pair I could have thought of. Anyone else? I don't know any other Tories. Jordan. I know Jordans and Tories, but I would never think that like Tori from Survivor 42 would be hanging out with Jordan Maron from Captain Sparkles. So I immediately thought of Tori and Jordan, but like I don't like they weren't together at that point. They had already broken up. Like War of the Worlds had been like 4 or 5 years before that. So that's kind of weird. Overall, though, I don't mind necessarily like mine. Wait, I don't think it's the worst season of reality TV I've ever watched, but it's definitely not the greatest. But yeah, let's move on. All right, next season we got. Now I won't be don't be surprised if I end up going out of order in some of these. Well, next up we got MasterChef US season 13, United Tastes of America. I don't actually hate this season. It's actually it's a pretty good MasterChef season. I I think it's better than season 11. I never really cared for 11. I'm not gonna be honest. I never cared for it, but overall, like I do like this season. The idea of there being four teams and like you can if you do want the idea of having an entire team safe if one has the best dish they can have their entire region saved. That's fun. I didn't really care for the winner in Grant, honestly, but I was so fortunate that he was going to win. But I do like the Hell's Kitchen crossover they did. That was fun. I like that. I like some of the team challenges they do. Um, yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Okay. I think it was a good season. I really like Kennedy. I really liked her. I'm trying to remember people. There are people I remember, but like I can't necessarily remember the names. There were highs, lows. Like the lows were kind of like there was some like really predictable episodes, basically on who's going. Like I could have predicted who's going home at some point, but yeah. All right, next up, let's talk about Challenge USA 2. Okay. The Challenge USA 2 was the best challenge season of the year, and it's not even close. I love Challenge USA 2. I really did. Every single episode was fun. Like if they now like some were better than others, and I don't necessarily care for the finale, but it was so clear to me that Chris and Desi were gonna win. Obviously, actually, I'm gonna be honest. I was spoiled on the season, but going into it, but But like, just it was really interesting seeing how Chris and Desi ended up winning. I do like from what we saw with the vets. That was fun. And I actually liked Tori on this season, which is a shocker. I never really cared for Tori. I don't like Tori at all. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't like Tori at all. I, I never like, but like Tori was fine on the season. Johnny was fun. Amanda was fun. Polly was fun. Bananas was fun. Fessy was fun. I never liked Josh. I've never liked him at all. I think so overrated in my opinion. I know a lot of people are gonna not like that, but then we got something like this in the rookies this season were really interesting. In like Sebastian, I actually liked him. That was funny. We also had Cassidy. We got Chanel. We got like I'm trying to think here. Or we have two Amazing Race people and Lewis and Dusty. Like I think it was actually pretty interesting for what we got with that there. I definitely liked it. So I liked the season. So yeah. Uh, that's a good talent season, and yeah. All right, next up, let's talk about I guess Amazing Race Australia season 7. Why not? I think or Amazing Race Australia Celebrity Edition. I haven't done a review for that. I want to do one in the new year. I like the season. I really do. I love this season. Actually, it's an amazing season. The first 6 episodes are absolutely gold, especially with like George being on the season. George and Pat, so fun. John Core. It's actually interesting because like Core, I think, literally was 16 on the season, right? If I'm not mistaken. It's insane, ridiculous. Now I don't necessarily like how they stuck to 3 countries. I don't really like that at all, actually. I kind of wish they didn't do that, but so what can you do? But I don't like how they did it. Just basically stuck to 3 countries. India, Malaysia, and Cambodia. That was it. They didn't even go home to Australia. But I do think finale was fun. And I actually did know some of the other teams, like Emily. Like I knew her from the Wiggles. I've heard of her before, or so. But like, or Emma. It's not Emily. There's Emma Watson. Yeah, Wiggles. And then the interesting thing was at the end when the final 3 they tied for first and split the money. So that was interesting. And then give just money to the charities. Yeah. I do like that it was all for charity, and I'm kind of interested to see what happens with season 2 of Celebrity Edition. I'll probably cover it when I get around there. And I do want to do a review of this when at some point in the new year here. But yeah, next up, Amazing Race 35. Okay. I don't hate the season, but I also don't like it either. Or like I don't like it as much as other people do. There are good episodes. I don't like 90 minutes. I think it's dreadful. And especially the fact that I heard that we're getting a season 36. It makes me not want to watch that. But I'm going to anyways because I love Amazing Race. But it's just so like there are good episodes. There one episode where with the fast forward, it wasn't in the fast forward. It was like Express Pass, and they some teams miss the fast forward. It's like a race to go and get the Express Pass. One team completely bypasses the Express Pass. One team doesn't read the sign that the Express Pass is already taken. So it goes up anyways. That was funny. That was interesting. We have some great teams. Corey and Robin Corey. They were my winner picks for the season. I knew they weren't going to win, though. I was so sad when Greg and Draw won. I did not want them to win, but it's kind of I think it's kind of good for them that they won because they were. If you don't know, these are the first. This is the first male team to black male team to win since ever, and they're the first. This is like the first black male win since Amazing Race 7, I think. First black team win at all. Like the first time a black person has won Amazing Race US since what was it? Season 25. Season 25. But yeah. And is there any other shows? Overall, it's not a great season, but whatever. Oh yeah, now let's talk about Survivor 45. I like Survivor 45. I think it's the best new era season, and on the board. I just need to check the audio, but I think it was such a great season. I love Emily. I really enjoyed Dee, Austin. I like a lot of the people on the season as characters. Bruce, I don't know why he didn't play the idol when he did. When he should have, obviously, it was quite clear he was gonna go home. I never really liked Drew on the season. I'm gonna be honest. I never liked him, and uh, I don't like the fact there's 2 quitters on this season. That's a thing. But yeah, I think this season's pretty interesting. Some of the gameplay was interesting. There's some cool blind sides, and the Emily blind side, the Kelly blind side, the Caleb using the shot in the dark to get Jay Maya out. That was fun. Yeah, I liked the season. Now there are a couple known people who are probably going to be no names, like Brando. I don't think people are not going to remember who he is, and Brandon. I don't necessarily think people are going to remember who he is either. But there we go. I do like the season winner though. Oh, I do kind of wish that Emily won, but D is a good winner. I kind of predicted it at the end though. That 2-1-1-1 round, absolutely insane, literally insane. Okay, that's it. Oh yeah, I guess because Katura, Jake, they're fun. I felt so bad for Jake when he broke the challenge. That's sad. But there we go. That's season 45. I think it's the best season of the new era up until this point. Hopefully that doesn't change. But there we go. I think I got through all the shows. I think so. I could be wrong, and I feel that. I swear, if I even see it. It's whatever. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about the channel. I do want to talk about the channel here. Okay. So, as a whole, I want to do MCC cast assessments. I think those are going to continue. Yeah. I want to do another MCC ranking. I thought about doing every player, but that's probably not going to come out within the first 3 months at all. It's probably going to come out later on in the year. I want to do that. I do want to do Amazing Race 35 review by itself and Amazing Race Australia's Celebrity Edition reviews by themselves. Yeah. Let's talk about Battle for a New Championship. So far, I think it's just a dull season. It's just not great. I'm not enjoying it. I do like seeing Horacio doing well, but yeah. I do like some of these mercenaries. That's fun. But overall, I look at targets. But yeah, I guess let's just talk about it next year. I do want to do a review for AGT Fantasy League. I'm right now I want to, but maybe I won't, maybe I will. I'm not really sure. Depending on how good Titans versus Rebels is, I'll probably might do a review of that, might not. See, but so far I know I will do a challenge Battle for a New Championship review, AGT Fantasy League. I'm actually really excited for AGT Fantasy League because essentially the judges are battling out. That's fun. I like that. That sounds fun. Hopefully it'll be interesting. I know the premiere is on January 1st. Happy New Year to everyone, by the way. or happy last day of 2023, or happy New Year to people who are watching this in the new year, I guess, 2024. Look, if you're watching this in like a different time zone, if you're from a different time zone, I'm in Central Standard Time, by the way. I'm in Saskatchewan. Like, whatever. I do other things. Survivor 46. I want to do a review for that. Like a lot of stuff I want to do review videos on. I don't know how big the channel is going to do this year. I'm going to be all over the place. It's a really big year for me. I have a trip coming up to Europe in into March, going into April. That's insane. I have a university starting soon. Like, it's going to be actually an insane year. So I don't know how much I'll be able to do for videos. And so most of it might just be live streams like this. So, yeah, there we go. That's it. I'm sure I'm gonna end up thinking about stuff. Then let's see. Yeah, sorry about no gaming videos. I'm just probably not gonna bother with gaming videos at this point. Well, maybe I will. We'll see. We'll see. But overall, I don't. It should be interesting. See what happens this upcoming year. I'm gonna try and keep doing one video a week. I mean, one Amazing Race video a month. I don't know if that's gonna be a thing. If I don't, like, I might do a Let's Talk being like, I'm not sure how well this race is gonna go because I keep forgetting to do it until like the last minute. But yeah. Anyways, that's the video here. That's the review. Or the review of reality shows of 2023. Overall, I think it's actually it was a good year of reality TV. But yeah, there we go. That's what I got to talk about here. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, we'll see you in the new year.